tell you a story so you can relax and sleep peacefully. Let's go. The girl who spoke to the night. The night didn't fall, it opened like a quiet door between worlds. It invented the sky to breathe closer to the earth. Moonlight spilled softly across the room, mixing with the warm glow of a small night lamp. The light felt enchanted, as if it didn't belong to the electricity, but to something older, something that remembered magic. She noticed it right away. The air felt different tonight, thicker, gentler, as if the night was listening. She sat near the window, wrapped in a thin blanket that smelled like lavender and sleep. Outside, the stars were unusually bright. Then he heard it. A sound, not a voice, not exactly, more like a whisper woven into the silence. She held her breath. The night had never spoken to her before. Or maybe it always had, and tonight she was finally quiet enough to hear it. She leaned closer to the window. The breeze brushed her hair, cool and deliberate, as if guiding her attention upward. The moon hovered low, round and glowing, far too close to be ordinary, and for just a moment she wondered if the world had shifted while she wasn't looking. She closed her eyes. She opened them again. The room seemed longer, the walls further away, the shadows deeper but not frightening. A soft shimmer appeared near the corner of the room, barely visible. It moved slowly, patiently, until it formed something small and delicate, a fairy. Not the kind from stories told too loudly, not bright wings and dramatic sparkles. This one glowed quietly, like moonlight resting on the water. She didn't scream, she didn't even move. Somehow she knew this was not a dream. The fairy hovered near her shoulder, its voice like wind through leaves. "You finally stayed awake long enough," it said gently. Her voice came out soft. "Stayed awake for what?" "For yourself," the fairy replied. The room felt warmer now, safer. The fairy floated closer, leaving a trail of faint light in the air. "You see," it continued, "magic doesn't appear when you're searching for it. It appears when you're resting." "There's a forest," it said. "Not far from here. It only exists at night, only for those who listen." Suddenly, she was standing beneath tall trees, their leaves glowing faintly silver. The ground shimmered with soft light, like the earth itself was breathing. Tiny lights floated between the branches. Other fairies, quiet and watchful. None of them spoke. "This forest," the fairy explained, collects forgotten parts of people. What parts? She asked. The fairy smiled. The parts you hid when the world became so loud. The softness. The version of you that believed in unseen things. They walked deeper into the forest. With every step, she felt lighter. At the center of the forest stood a small pond. Its surface was perfectly still. Look, the fairy whispered. She leaned over the water. Her reflection stared back, but not the one she knew. This version of her eyes shone brighter, her smile unguarded. I forgot her, she said. The fairy placed a tiny hand over her heart. She never left. She was only waiting for the night to remind you. You can visit anytime, the fairy said. The forest began to fade. The stars folded inward. The glow softened. Suddenly, she was back in her room. No fairy, no forest, only calm. She lay down slowly, pulling the blanket around herself. The moon watched from the window, silent, knowing. As her eyes closed, she realized something important. The magic wasn't somewhere else. It wasn't hidden in the forest or fairies. It lived in the moments when she allowed herself to rest, to listen, to simply be. And the night, faithful as ever, would always be there to remind her. Thanks for watching.